Welcome to all. In this lecture, I am going to cover the sexual reproduction of Penicillium. Summary: the sexual reproduction product is ascospore within the ascus. The fruiting body is Cleistothekium. Each Cleistothekium contains many asci, and each ascus contains 8 ascospore. After the dispersal of ascospore, it germinates and forms new mycelium. Almost all species of Penicillium are homophilic. Homophilic means both the sex organs, male and female sex organs, are developed from same thallus, and it is orgamous type. The sex organ develop in vegetative hyphae, and male sex organ is known as the anthedium, and female one is known as the ascogonium. Here we can see these are the ascogonium, and nearby these are the anthedium. So ascogonium, it originated or developed from a uninucleate vegetative hyphae. A mature ascogonium is a long, erect, multinucleate tubular structure with a curved upper end. The nucleus of ascogonium, because it developed from a uninucleate hyphae or a uninucleate hyphal cell, but at the maturation it contains multinucleate. So what happened? The nucleus divide mitotically many times, and ultimately it produce 32 or 64 nuclei. Anthedium, during the development of ascogonium, anthedium also start developing. A uninucleate branch originated from a cell of the same hyphae adjacent to the developing ascogonium or from neighboring hyphae. This is now called as a anthedial branch. This anthedial branch grows up and coils the ascogonium, and the tip of the anthedial branch swells up and cut off from rest of the branches to form a uninucleate anthedium. Fertilization. In case of fungi, 3 main events are there in fertilization: plasmogamy, fusion of protoplasm; chaogamy, fusion of nucleus; and after the chaogamy, meiosis. So plasmogamy, the tip of the anthedium comes in contact with the wall of ascogonium, and the contact points, the wall of both anthedium and ascogonium dissolve and form a pore. From that pore, the protoplasms of ascogonium and anthedium comes in contact and they fuse. The anthedial and ascogonial nuclei arrange themselves in pairs, and this pair is known as a dicryons. So in higher class of algae, we found always dikaryotic phase. Why? Here chaogamy is delayed. It is never happened after the plasmogamy. Okay, they delayed. They remain as a pair, but their fusions are delayed. So this pair of nucleus is known as a dikryon, and the phase is known as a dikaryotic phase. So development of ascus and ascospore. So when plasmogamy takes place, it stimulates the ascogonium, and some of the segments, usually those present in the middle, produce outgrowth called ascogonous initial. And finally, from this ascogonous initial, the ascogonous hyphae develop, which composed of binucleate cells. Generally, the tip cells of ascogonous hyphae act as a ascus mother cell, but sometimes the other cells also act as a ascus mother cell. It varies from species to species. And the developments of ascus mother cells by two ways. One is direct method, another is closure formation, and finally develop into a ascus. Let's see the both methods. The direct methods, it observed in Penicillium vermiculatum. Here, all the binucleate cells of the ascogonous hyphae are capable to act as a ascus mother cell. So from species to species it varies. The binucleate cells enlarge into a sac-like structure, which is act as a Eschers-Mother cell. In case of Kreuzer formations, the terminal cells of Ascogonous hyphae, which is binucleate, or any branch curl to form a hook-like structure, which is known as a Kreuzer. The nuclei of binucleate Kreuzer cells divide mitotically, and it produces what? Four nuclei. After that, wall formation takes place, and ultimately it forms three cells: one, terminal uninucleate cells; two, penultimate binucleate cells; three, uninucleate basal cells. In this diagram, it's clear. First, these two cells divide mitotically, and it forms four nuclei, and that after that wall formation takes place. So it forms the basal, one uninucleate basal cell, one penultimate cell, one terminal cell. The penultimate binucleate cells enlarge, and it acts as a Eschers-Mother cell. Keogamy. In both cases, either direct method or Kreuzer formations, fusions of two nuclei of Eschers-Mother cells takes place. So that means keogamy takes place. So ultimately it forms diploid nucleus, which is also known as synchrions. So this diploid nucleus represent the only diploid phase. So it is diploid phase is represented by only a single cell, the synchrion. The diploid nucleus undergoes meiosis to produce four haploid nuclei, and again another division, mitotic division takes place, and it will form 8 haploid nuclei. After that, wall formation takes place, and ultimately it forms 8 ascospore within a ascus. Formation of ascocarp. The floating body is known as a ascocarp. As soon as the septation of Ascogonium and development of Ascogonous hyphae start, a large number of stale hyphae, which is present at the base of Ascogonium, grows upward and ultimately surround the sexual apparatus. Thus, these hyphae get interwoven to form a hollow ball-like structure, which is known as a ascocarp, and the stale part form the peridium. That means the wall of ascocarp. The ascites are present within the ascocarp, and it is always scattered. The ascocarp continues to grow even after the maturation of ascospore. In case of penicillium, this ascocarp does not have any opening. So this type of ascocarp is known as a histothechium. Dispersal and germination of ascocarp. The asci are evanescent. That means it dissolves soon after the formation of ascospore, so leaving the ascospore free in the ascocarp. The ascospore are released when the wall of ascocarp decay, and finally the ascospore germinated by forming germ tube and form new mycelium. The life cycle of penicillium, it is a haplophasic type, or sometimes you used to call haplontic type. Why? Because haploid phase is dominant. It represents ascospore, vegetative mycelia, and sex organs. Here we can see a distinct dicryons phase. Already we know what is dicryons. Dicryons means pair of two nuclei. After the plasmogamy, we can observe this dikryo phase in Ascogonous hyphae and its branch. Diplophase, here only single cell represent the diplophase, the synchrion. In this diagram, we can see these are the this one our life cycle. The upper phase is asexual one, lower one is sexual reproduction. You can go through this diagram, then it's very clear. So economic importance of penicillium. Penicillium has both negative impact and positive impact. In case of negative, it spoil many foodstuff and other goods like furniture and leather. Even some disease are caused by penicillium into men and animals also. So positive impact. The first antibiotics are discovered or extracted from penicillium, and it is extracted from Penicillium notatum and Penicillium chrysogenum. Some species also produce organic acids such as citric, fumaric, oxalic, and gallic acid. Several species are involved in production of cheese and various meat products. Glycopholvin, one kind of antifungal drugs and also a very potential chemotherapeutic agents, also extracted from Penicillium glycopholvum. So that's all. Thank you.